In a sleek penthouse overlooking the dazzling skyline of Los Angeles, Doja Cat sat cross-legged on her velvet couch, scrolling through endless memes. It was midnight, the witching hour when she felt most alive. The city buzzed below, but her mind was a jungle of beats, rhymes, and melodies that she hadn't yet put to words. Writer's block again, Doja muttered, tossing her phone onto the floor. Her beloved Sphinx cat, Ray, slinked onto her lap, purring softly as if to say, "Chill, queen, it'll come." Doja smirked and scratched behind his ears. "You think you know my life, Ray?" she whispered. "What do you do all day besides sleep and judge me?" She stood up and walked to the large window, staring at the shimmering stars. Something about the night always called to her. She had always felt different at this hour, as if the universe loosened its grip and allowed her to be everything at once. A rapper, a singer, a joker, a dreamer. Doja grabbed a notebook off her piano and doodled in the margins. Little cats wearing crowns, sparkly aliens, and curvy silhouettes dancing under moons. Her fans knew the wild side of her, the girl who brought out her say-so bop and danced like nobody was watching. But nights like this reminded her that beneath all the viral moments, the fame, and the chaos, she was still a mullah, a girl trying to find her next note. Suddenly, a strange melody floated into her mind. It was ethereal, like a distant hum carried by the breeze. It wasn't coming from her head, though. It was outside. Intrigued, she threw on an oversized hoodie, tucked her notebook under her arm, and headed for the fire escape. Ray meowed in protest, but watched curiously from the window. "Relax, Ray, I'm just getting inspired," she whispered as she climbed down, her heart racing with excitement. The alleyway below glowed under the pale neon lights of a 24-hour laundromat. A lone musician, a mysterious young man with electric blue hair, sat by the wall, strumming an acoustic guitar that shimmered like stardust. His voice drifted softly through the cool night air, carrying a hypnotic rhythm that enchanted Doja instantly. "Nice song," Doja said, leaning against the wall. "What's it called?" The musician looked up, his eyes twinkling mischievously. "Doesn't have a name yet. I was waiting for someone to help me finish it." Doja chuckled. "Lucky for you, I write music for a living." Without hesitation, she sat beside him, flipping open her notebook. "Got anything funky? Maybe something that makes people want to dance under the stars?" He grinned, strumming a few jazzy chords. As the guitar strings hummed, words began pouring into Doja's mind like raindrops on a hot day. She scribbled lyrics wildly, crossing out lines and replacing them with catchier hooks. Soon, the song became something magical, a blend of R&B, disco, and a sprinkle of hip-hop. "Sing it," the musician urged. Doja smiled and closed her eyes, letting the melody guide her. She began to sing softly, her voice wrapping around the notes like silk. The words were playful, flirtatious, and addictive, the kind of song that sticks in your head after just one listen. When the final note faded into the night, the musician clapped his hands together. "That's it. That's a hit." Doja grinned. "Feels good, doesn't it?" He gave her a knowing look. "It's more than good. It's special. Songs like this only come when you listen to the world at night." As the two sat in the quiet glow of the neon lights, Doja felt something shift inside her. For the first time in weeks, she wasn't chasing creativity. It had found her. She realized that sometimes inspiration doesn't come from endless scrolling or sitting in a studio. Sometimes it waits in the most unexpected places, like an alleyway with a mysterious stranger and a guitar that plays like it's from another planet. The musician stood up, slinging his guitar over his shoulder. "Thanks for the song, Doja. I'll be waiting to hear it on the radio." Before she could ask his name, he gave her a wink and disappeared down the street, leaving behind only the sound of his guitar echoing in the night. Doja stayed there for a moment, staring after him. Then, with a smile, she climbed back up the fire escape to her penthouse, notebook in hand, her heart light and full of music. The next day, she recorded the song in a single take. When it hit the charts weeks later, fans couldn't stop talking about its irresistible groove and dreamy lyrics. They had no idea that the Midnight Muse who inspired it might not have been from this world at all. And Doja? She knew better than to question magic when it found her. Instead, she smiled every time the song played, thinking about the boy with the guitar and the stardust strings. Because if there was one thing she learned that night, it was this. Music isn't just made, it's discovered.